So, this basically allows us the center point from where we can basically go in any direction we choose to go because we're centered in the self and not way out here chasing down thoughts, down rabbit holes, and getting all mixed up. We're right here so that when something happens to us, when opportunity strikes, we're there and we can go for it and we feel it. Now, this, of course, is an intuitive thing, but this is one of the great benefits from meditation that I found, is that my intuitiveness tends to sharpen. Whenever I'm meditating more and more, which sometimes I'm more lazy about it than other times, but I find that when I'm meditating, when I'm really diligent about it and disciplined with it and meditating consistently, I find that my instinct is always sharper. Now, basically, going back to how it brings you here now, is that you're not chasing down thoughts. Like I said before, you're not chasing down them, you're not running away from them. You're centered right where you are so that you could act with your full potential, the full momentum of whatever you want to do. You're there. So you're no longer crippled and you're no longer clutching anything, because thoughts can cripple you. They could really make it feel like you can't move. And that's anxiety, basically, where you feel an indecision within yourself that you can't pin down, but you can't act on them. And that just, it jars you inside. So basically, it allows a stillness to where you could act with the most power and really get into whatever it is you really choose to do and be with it completely. And that allows you to act from your genuine self, authentically. Now, so basically, when we get into a meditative state, we're not wasting energy on abstract thoughts, on any abstractions really. And that way we could act accordingly. Because in order to understand ourselves, really, we have to lose our concept of ourselves. And concepts, again, are thoughts. And these thoughts are illusory. They are misleading. Or they very often are, for the most part. I find that instinct, genuinely, when I act on instinct, the outcome always tends to be in some form or another in accordance with myself. So, when you're in a non-conceptual state, you start to act with your full instinct and your full potential of your instinct. Now, it might seem counterintuitive to say that a practice that is very passive in nature can actually lead to profound action. But what I've found is that when I do meditate, I can act so much more freely, so much more confidently, and so much more completely. And I tend to finish my projects with much more gusto than I ordinarily would if, say, I wasn't continually practicing my meditation in the morning and at night. So, in order to switch our minds from running around all over the place we have to delve into stillness. And we have to allow all the rustling around, all of the tornadoes blowing through our heads. We have to let it settle. And in order to let it settle, we can't push it away, and we can't cling on to it. And we can't run away from it. We have to sit. Just as if you were standing outside and the wind was blowing. You don't try and run away from the wind, and you don't try and run into the wind. You just let the wind blow right through you. So, I find that through the practice of this, you could act more fully, like I was saying before. Act more fully. When you're doing something, you're in it, you're 100%, whatever it may be. Acting like this and acting in true accordance with yourself when you're at work, when you're with family, or whatever you happen to be doing. So, anyway, this is my basic rundown of meditation. This is a lot of explaining, and somehow I think that cuts meditation short. So I will be doing another video, which is more on how to meditate, an instruction on how to meditate. So I'll be making that video soon. But anyway, thanks a lot for checking out my video. Like and subscribe to my channel if you'd like. And thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you in the next video.